It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bengals and the Titans, and it comes your way next.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. And CD, you look at our quarterback matchup in this ball game, that's where the focus naturally gravitates. And I think we have a fairly interesting one here. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Ryan Tannehill of the Titans.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possessions. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
Randy Bullock has us all set, and we are underway from Nashville, Tennessee. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
I'm one, right?
Now Burrow on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Second and 10 now, Burrow. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
I thought I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. After the sack, they'll come up now, 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Chester Rogers. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Titan football. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And one of the things that has really impressed me about Ryan Tannehill has been his perseverance. Early in his career, didn't have the success that he desired. Had some injuries that slowed his development, but he kept working at his craft, and now he's a guy that I think you can put a game on his shoulders.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second and 2. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Foreman. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Here's Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he will have the Titans 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tannehill. Man open. That's Chester Rogers. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
They'll run on 1st down. Foreman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They'll run with Foreman. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. Letting one go deep for the end zone.
And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. So now out trots the former Bengal kicker, Randy Bullock, for the field goal.
This will be, let's see, 38 yards out.
Bullock's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First down, here's Burrow. Able to find Higgins.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Second and 4.
They go play action with Burrow.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Let's go!
A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now they go play action now. Burrow. They'll roll him out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Bud Dupree. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Enough to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Ready?
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey. We got three. Three down.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Ready?
Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie us at 3-3. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. On the return, Dontrell Hilliard. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. Room to run past midfield. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Looking sideline, incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A carry for Foreman, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. On the draw, here's Foreman. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Bullock will put this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
So all field goals so far, 6-3 our score as the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Burrow.
Out of his hands quickly to Higgins.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Here we go. Here we go.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. A draw play for Mixon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. McPherson's kick is good. And that will tie things up at 6-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. Ready to return. Here's Hilliard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
We play to win. Let's go.
The Titans now just about ready to take over. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, boys. Bring it. Let's go.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime report.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Tannehill. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Ready to return, here's Hilliard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Six yards left on second down. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. And meanwhile, for the Titans, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the third quarter. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it a second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 17, Tannehill. Flush to his right. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's third down. Now it's Tannehill. Larry Ogunjobi picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Uses the stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go. Let's do this.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Hilliard will elect to not return it.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They'll try the left side. Foreman, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Tannehill. Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Foreman, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense.
And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down he'll go at the 25.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. A run by Foreman to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. Room here to run. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Sam Hubbard able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
He'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, just an absolute killer. A chance to get this back within 1 score.
All hope not gone yet. But at the same time, you're exactly right. They needed to get back within 1 score and have a motivated defense take the field in order to get it back for them for one last big drive.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Second and 20. A handoff to Mixon, shedding the tackle. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st down, Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
7 yards, the pickup there.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill got it complete to Rodgers. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? On first down, it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On the toss, here's Foreman. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field.
Well, they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Big 13. Big 13.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And he didn't get it there. No, it's no good. Just shy of the crossbar, and this score will stay right where it is. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Here's McPherson now to send it away.
Ready to return. Here's Hilliard.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 13. A minute 37 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Tannehill to throw. And that's complete to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
First down now, but that clock rolling.
Here's Tannehill.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Tannehill.
This will be caught by Brown.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Titans moving quickly here. They're in the hurry up. Tannehill. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And I think there defensively, they were so intent on stopping the run that they kind of got caught out of position. This is just a simple pitch and catch for a first down.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Throwing, Tannehill. Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they